welcome back to my channel. It's Simone, and if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also at the end of this video, if you like it, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button as well. So let's get into the video. So if you clicked on the video based off the title, either you want to go to Puerto Rico, or you're about to visit Puerto Rico, or you just have that curious thought on your head on if you should go. So I went a few months ago and I had the best time. So I do want to give you guys some travel tips before you even go, so that way once you get there, everything will be smooth sailing and you won't have any problems. So today I'm just going to give you some travel tips and I hope you guys like them. So the first topic that we're going to get into is where should you stay? You're going to Puerto Rico for the first time, you don't know where you want to stay at. My recommendation would be to stay in CONDADO, San Juan. CONDADO is beautiful. It's right near the ocean, so whatever resort that you're staying at, you'll have access to the beach. You can literally walk to the beach, which is really cool. There's a lot of nice restaurants around the area, a lot of people who you can communicate with and talk with. Everyone is really nice. The food is so good. And it's around everything. Old San Juan is literally, I think it's about like 10 minutes from the resorts in CONDADO. So that's also really good if you want to go and hit some tourist attractions as well. So that would be my recommendation, because you get everything in one. You get all of the restaurants, you get the tourist attractions, and of course, you get the beautiful view of the beach. And a couple of resorts that I can recommend you guys. I stayed at the CONDADO Vanderbilt Hotel. I'm going to put the link in the description box, and I'll also place it across the screen so you guys can see that there too. That hotel was absolutely beautiful. I had the best time. The resort, it's not an all-adult resort, so if you are going and you just want to be around all adult vibes, you're not going to get that, but it's so beautiful and you'll have the best time. If you're going with a family, then still you should go. It's such a great resort. I recommend it. 10 out of 10. The service is great. The food was great, everything. And they also have other resorts in CONDADO as well. The CONDADO Ocean Club, the CONDADO Plaza Hilton, the San Juan Marriott Resort, and so many others. If you want to look up some other resorts, you can look on like Expedia or Trivago, Booking.com. There's so many different travel websites that you can look on for great resorts. But that would be my recommendation, the CONDADO Vanderbilt Hotel. It's one of the best hotels. So the next thing that we're going to get into is transportation, because that's important when you go to Puerto Rico. You don't want to be stuck anywhere or anything like that, so we're definitely going to get into transportation. So when you arrive into Puerto Rico from the airport, when you go outside with your luggage and everything, there's so many different taxis that you can take. And the taxis are usually like maybe $10 or $15 to get you and your things to your resort, which is not bad. So they do run on taxis in Puerto Rico. And I must say, make sure you get, if you can, make sure you get like a business card or something of the taxi service so you can have that on hand at all times. Because Puerto Rico does not have Uber. I think their Uber services are very limited, so you might not get a ride at all with Uber. And they also do not have Lyft. They don't have Lyft at all, so you're not going to have any luck with that getting around. So make sure you get like some taxi information or something like that, because they do not have Uber or Lyft. And also, you want to make sure that you're safe as well when you get to your hotel. Usually your resorts have like a shuttle service or something like that, but normally just ask your concierge, or just go to the concierge desk and ask someone if they have any shuttle information or any car service information, because they usually do for tourists, because they know that Uber and Lyft, they don't have that in Puerto Rico. So definitely at the hotel, ask for some information on shuttle services or any car services. Now, if that's not something that you want to try either, you can definitely rent a car to get you around to different places. I'm not sure how good the parking is once you get into like different cities and stuff like that, but it should be pretty good. Driving is very easy in Puerto Rico, similar rules to the US. So you'll be good if you just want to rent a car or something like that, because again, you have to remember they don't have Uber or Lyft, so you would have to rely on either taxis, shuttle services, car services, or you have to rent a car. So just keep that in mind. So the next topic that we're going to get into are your activities. You guys, you have to book your activities in advance. Like, book your activities in advance before you even go, because it's so hard. It's so hard. When you get there, mostly all of the water sports will be booked up. And when I say water sports, I mean like jet skiing, snorkeling, anything on the water, all of your tourist attractions, usually like the museums and stuff like that. You can, you know, get the tickets while you're down there, because that's like an all-day thing, and it's kind of easy to get exam tickets and stuff like that. But as far as like your water sports, if you want to go on a sailing tour or boat tour or something like that, make sure you get those tickets in advance, because it's going to be so difficult to get them once you get to Puerto Rico. Because when people go to Puerto Rico, they want to do water sports, they want to take boat rides, they want to jet ski, they want to go snorkeling. So that's just something that you have to book in advance, because they only have limited space anyway. So if you do want to have a good time and do something like that, where you're doing like excursions and stuff, make sure you book all of that stuff in advance before you even go, so you can get the best prices. You can do all of the activities that you want to do before all of the spots fill up. So that's really important. Make sure you book everything in advance. Now, this next topic is optional. You don't have to do this, but I am putting it in the video because it's something that I did. So when you're going around to tourist attractions in Old San Juan and like other places, there are locals who sell things like maybe jewelry, or they take pictures of you and like parrots and cool things like that, iguanas. And if you want to do something like that to support the locals, they do accept cash, tips. And not much. You can literally give them like $2, $3, $4, $5, like anything just to support the locals. That would be great. So just if that's something that you do want to do, just make sure to have some cash on you. It really doesn't have to be any more than $20 throughout your time, in case you do see somebody and they're offering to take like photos of you with like the animals and stuff like that. I did it. It was super cool. It was super fun, and we did tip. Also, they do have like water ice stands, and they do have fruit stands and stuff like that, where they make lemonade and juice with rum in it, like right in front of you. It's really cool, and they do take cash. So make sure you do have at least some cash on you throughout your trip, so that way you're also not using your credit card or your debit card everywhere. So make sure you carry some type of cash with you. And my last topic is Puerto Rico safe? Is it safe for a solo trip? Is it safe for you and your family to go? Is it safe for you and your friends to go? And I would say it's safe. I was extremely comfortable my entire trip. Even when I did go out to restaurants and where the locals eat and stuff like that, like I still felt super comfortable. Everyone was so nice and welcoming. I loved it. But just like anywhere else, you do have to watch your surroundings, but that's literally anywhere. And just don't go into like people's neighborhoods and stuff like that, because you don't know what goes on in other people's neighborhoods, just like you wouldn't at home. So if you do go off of your resort, most of the time you'll be fine. Like, you can go off of your resort and visit like other places, but as far as like people's neighborhoods, I would recommend just staying out of them, just to show respect. I'm sure people, don't want tourists coming into, where they live at. So just be respectful. Just stay around your resort or like the touristy places. But other than that, it's 100% safe to me, especially like on your resort. But again, you do have to watch out for your surroundings, because everybody is not nice in this world. So of course you have to watch your surroundings and make sure you're okay, because things do happen. But for the most part, it's definitely like a safe place to visit. So I would recommend it 100%. So that does wrap up this video. I hope that I got to give you guys enough tips. If you do have any more questions or anything like that, if you are visiting in the future or if you're going around this time, let me know in the comment section below, and I can definitely answer your questions. My Instagram name is right here too. I do follow back. Just make sure if you do want any more information, you can always DM me. And for the most part, I do answer all of my DMs if I see them. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, whatever. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video.